This was supposed to be a different video. It was going to be about the fact that social media suppresses links and people on the internet are entitled, which according to my comment section is still a very real thing. But I've come to the conclusion that it's not just social media and entitled people ruining the lives of artists. It's a bit more nuanced than that. Last week, I released a Google form to get some feedback on why people join artists or other content creators' Patreons. I've had my own for 6 years with little success, and I know larger artists who are in the same boat. My immediate hypothesis is that a lot of the answers were going to be, I'm incredibly poor and art should be free. Again, according to my comment section, you would think that too. However, according to the 25 people who answered this survey, I'll get into why that number matters a little bit later, the two biggest reasons that people don't sub to a Patreon are: 1, the Patreon tiers are too expensive for their budget, and 2, they don't offer the content they like. Then imagine my shock when I asked the next question of how much could you comfortably give an artist or multiple people, and the two largest answers were 1, $3, and 2, $5 to $8. Clearly, people do sub to Patreons, and in fact, they're willing to give more than I personally thought they would. So imagine my shock, once again, when I found out that this video was not actually about people not wanting to pay artists, but about how you approach things like Patreon, and even deeper than that, while there are funds to pay artists, there's a larger hurdle. We do not want to help our fellow man, let alone our fellow artists. But Lev, you may be saying, that doesn't make sense. How is it that there's a clear want and need to pay artists, but people don't want to help our fellow man? When I say that we don't want to help our fellow man, I do somewhat mean our non-artist brethren, but what I'm actually saying is that us artists don't want to help each other. Sure, larger artists will make support threads on Twitter and Blue Sky, yet those support threads don't bring in potential clients. They bring in followers who have a chance of supporting you, yes, but most of them will be artists themselves who are not looking to monetarily provide for someone else, because the artists posting in support threads are probably starving just like you. No. You see, there's a silent problem in the art community, and that problem is that we see everyone around us as competition. Maybe I'm just in my black and white thinking as an autistic person, but whenever I see someone's commission advert, a Patreon post, or someone talking about selling merch, I post it to my Insta story. I do this because I have 12,000 followers, and while 200 of these followers actually interact or see my story, that's still a large group of people who can then also share it or even support that person. To me, this is as easy as breathing. I'll do this on Tumblr too, and Blue Sky. Reposting on TikTok is also not hard. But I don't see many larger artists doing this. Of course, they have free will, they can do whatever they want, and honestly, the more work you have, the less time you spend on social media, so you don't see the posts. That's not what I'm talking about, though. I'm not trying to admonish any artist who does actively spread other artists' posts around, big or small, but I am pointing out that we should be using our platforms to help each other. I'll talk about what you should do along with this, you being the singular and not the royal, in a minute. Social media is a fickle god, after all. Your fellow artists are not competition. That's a myth put into your head by capitalism. People will commission you, buy from you, or sub to your Patreon because they want your content, they enjoy your art style. Be real here. It isn't that hard to repost someone's ad every once in a while, is it? This goes for you general audience members as well. Don't think you're off the hook just because I'm talking to the artists right now. Reposting, putting ads and stories, and sharing other artists' work to your following is free. Think about why you're not doing that rather than getting angry that I'm pointing it out. I see you hovering over the keyboard, ready to send me a hate comment. Inaction is just as bad, if not worse, than outright saying you don't want to reblog a link. Just give that some thought. All you small artists, myself included, can also be taught a lesson or two within this topic. As much as we enjoy complaining on the internet about the fact we have to spend so much time and energy on social media, it is still a fact. You can yell in someone's comments all day long about not having enough time to post to 5 different places, and yes, that is an unfortunate reality, but there are tools to help you. At this point, if you're screaming, I hate making reels, and then not doing it, then complaining you're not growing on Instagram, it's a you problem. Social media will not change unless the higher-ups decide it to be so, and you can adapt to most of the things they're implementing. Sites like Tumblr, Twitter, and Instagram have scheduling functions or have extensions that allow you to do so. Start scheduling your posts, talking to and engaging with your audience, making them care about your work. Once that happens, raise your commission prices and stop underselling yourself, which is another reason larger artists think we're competition and won't help. A grand majority of you are selling paintings for $20 that took you 10 hours. Stop. Do not pass go with that. Raise your prices. Play to the algorithm and study the trends of social media sites. It won't work immediately, because honey, I hate to tell you, nothing will. However, it is going to help you a few weeks or a month down the line. There is one reason alone that I have 12.1k followers on Instagram, consistently posting and bowing down to the algorithm. I will have links in my description where I've talked about at length how to gain a following as an artist. I promise you can do it, you just have to put in enough work. In conjunction with more artists not seeing each other as competition and sharing things around, as well as people just understanding how to post on social media, the community can do their part to make things better for everyone. It won't fix it forever, that's on the powers that be and the broken system we're in, but hopefully it'll do some good. Alright, back to you lot. The general audience. You guys are a large part of the problem, I hate to say it. While a majority of artists sharing ads and art around, plus smaller artists knowing their worth will all help in the end, we also need you guys to step up and stop having this someone else will do it mentality. Remember how I said the number of people who filled out the form was going to come into things? Yeah, now is that time. 25 people filled out this Patreon questionnaire. 25 is a lot of people, that's a full classroom. That's 25 different lives and voices, but it's 25 out of a sea of at least 14,693 people, which is about how many people follow me on all social media platforms. Granted, a good chunk might be bots, minors, inactive, or casual social media users. It was shared as a link as well, so we have to account for certain sites suppressing the form itself. Yet with all of that taken into consideration, there's no feasible way that this only reached 25 people. This isn't me being holier than thou either. There's a reason why people don't make large comprehensive Google forms, and that reason is our attention spans are plain and simple. I vastly prefer one-click voting systems over large Google forms that I'll accidentally forget about or be unable to fill out at that time. However, this behavior isn't exclusive to data collection techniques for video essays. You guys don't reblog, repost, or do anything with links whatsoever. Again, like I told the artists, you have free will. You don't have to do anything I say, but the inaction is worse than yelling in my comments. The next time you scroll past someone's Patreon link or Etsy store ad, think to yourself, why do I not share this? Artists are people also trying to eat. Not just you. Ruining your blog's aesthetics, general laziness, or not liking the art style, or not knowing the artist isn't really a good excuse, in my opinion. If you genuinely forget, or when it comes to the Google form thing, it's not something you're interested in, it's whatever. There's nuance to everything, blah, 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 blah. But you need to start meaningfully engaging with things that will help others. Social media and society in general have programmed you to be a good little consumer who looks at a piece of art for 5 seconds, then goes, that's enough. I'll like this and not think about it. How about you repost it instead so it reaches more people? That's free. You don't have to do anything except add a millisecond of time to your scroll. Knowing that links are being suppressed on almost all social media sites should make you want to reblog artist ads even more. After all, a well-fed artist will be free to make art of your favorite blorbos a lot more than a starving artist who is only doing commissions of OCs that you don't know or have an interest in 24/7. Just saying. Okay, you're off the hook now, all of you. I'll stop yelling, I promise. I have more information for you that could be helpful, and I don't want you to be too mad at me. That questionnaire was eye-opening in a couple different ways. Not only did it tell me that there is in fact hope for artists, it gave me a small but helpful pool of data on why people subscribe to Patreons. So listen up, artists. I have the secrets of 25 anonymous survey takers, and I'm handing them to you. 19 out of the 25 of participants said that spicy content is why they consider joining a Patreon. And believe me, out of the Patreons I've seen, those that offer those rewards are definitely eating well, at least comparatively to me. 16 of the 25 said they just supported the artist because they enjoy their art style and like the creator's work, which should be a testament towards the whole thing of artists should not see each other as competition. 13 out of 25 people said that they supported an artist because they offered educational content, like how to draw type stuff. Lowish does that sort of thing, and it does very very well for her, so I'm not really shocked by that. 48% of people said that they could pay $5 to $8 to at least one artist or multiple, and 32% of people said that they could pay $3 to at least one artist or multiple. Most people said that content updates, a tip jar, and a Discord community are the only things they expect from a $1 tier. Obviously, some people offer more. I give people D&D NPC packs and access to the high-res version of my artwork, as well as the PSD files at my $1 tier. That's just because it's easy for me, but it might not be for others. At a $3 tier, people said the rewards from the lowest tier, along with uncropped sketches and whips, so exclusive content or at least audience weigh-in on art or topics, and more of the art educational content or behind-the-scenes stuff is what they expected. Fair enough, it's a pretty safe set of choices. When you get to the $5 tier, people seem to join mostly for spicy content or art and Patreon exclusives, such as exclusive art or Patreon-only bonus videos. People join $10 tiers mostly for merch, monthly sketch requests, and early access to commissions or a discount on them. With answers from this particular survey and from my own Patreon-specific survey, people have said that they prefer exclusivity, goals, that artist's style, and the community, as well as the weigh-in on the content that they get over everything else. Personally, I've started tailoring my paid-for content to what people want, so if you're looking to start a Patreon, I would look at what people want exclusively from you and what kind of goals you're working towards. At the moment, I'm just trying to get to a point where I'm not doing commissions all the time, so I can actually work on videos and art that I want to make. If you're an artist and would like to learn more, I'm going to start taking bonus videos based on my patrons' requests. So if you want to know how I draw hands, hair, eyes, or literally anything else, consider giving me $5 if you have it, and if not, that's okay too. Just watching my videos on YouTube and being here helps, honestly. All I ask is that you remember to share people's work, which includes their Patreon and commission ads, and if you are an artist, stop seeing each other as competition. Please, I'm begging you. We may all live on a scrap heap, but it doesn't have to be dog eat dog. Be the change you want in the world and all that crap. Thanks for sticking around. I've got to disappear into my attic and beg the gods for my Patreon links to stop being suppressed. You know how it is. Bye.